Damn, you're all comfy.
I know, dude. I got my socks on,
Your Vandals.
my Vandals. I got this back pillow.
Yeah. I know. I like being surrounded by pillows. I don't know why.
Dude, you look
I'm
like you look like a 5-year-old.
I find it so comforting. I'm just like, I don't know why. I've always been like that since I was a kid. You don't like a lot of pillows?
Yeah, I have a lot of pillows on my bed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a lot. I have 2 body pillows.
Are you a side sleeper? Back sleeper?
Side
Side?
sleeper.
Do you sleep with a pillow between your legs?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're actually supposed to if you're a side sleeper because it keeps your hips aligned.
I just do because I thought it was squish my balls.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax.
30 seconds in, I mentioned balls, dude.
Hey, that's on you, homie. My name's Fidel. His name's Eddie. No, I like that band, Hereditary. It was the first video I put up too because I was like, I want to listen to something I've never heard, and I've been seeing that band name come up on flyers a lot lately.
Up and coming band.
Yeah, I called it the No Warning sound. And they covered them. That's pretty tough. When was the last time you went to Shake Cafe?
The last time was probably when Infest returned for the first time. Yeah, I think it was the second show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like what?
I think that was 2010 or 11.
Damn, was that long ago?
Yeah, it was a long ass time ago, dude.
Yeah. I was gonna say like 2015, 16.
No.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, so that was the last time.
It was around. I may be going to way too far back, but it's somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
Between 2010 2014, between there. Because that's when Jose was in ACXDC still.
Yeah, I believe so. And
Andrew had Barking Backwards active.
Mm-hmm. That's when Power Violence was still pretty, not popular, but like there was a lot of like legitimate like Power Violence out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
We were making. I don't remember the kid was, but when he got like the Fresh Infest tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't name him because I don't even know his name, or else I probably would.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and everyone was just like clowning on him.
Yeah.
He got an Infest tattoo for the Infest show, but it wasn't even like a cool, smart tattoo. It was just an Infest logo. Like I don't know.
With the logo is just the name.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought you were talking about like because there was this one time. Did you ever hang out with the? Oh, I don't think you did. When we used to hang out at Danny Turner's house, did I know you then?
No, I don't think so.
You know who Danny Turner is, right?
Yeah.
So when he this was a long time ago. We used to hang out at his house all the time. I remember one time he lived in a cul-de-sac. It was like so small. I think there was only 4 houses in the cul-de-sac, and across the street from him, Jacob Lucero's family lived there. So there was this one time where there was a bunch of us, and we just hung out in the cul-de-sac, like in the street, and we took like this giant group photo. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because I remember Josiah showed up, and he was wearing like the cleanest Infest shirt I have ever seen.
That white one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Josiah's tight, dude. I remember like he would go to hardcore shows and he'd be wearing like the freshest Nikes, like, his camo like shorts, like his fresh ass Infest like tee. He looked like a typical hardcore kid of that time.
Yeah.
But like with a fucking Infest t-shirt.
Yeah.
And like when you would talk to him and like just know how he is, like you would never think he's into that music.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like but yeah, that's tight though.
Yeah, I just remember thinking that was funny. So what's up, man? How you doing? You doing all right?
Allergies are kicking my ass right now. As soon as you fucking mentioned it, like I feel like you triggered it, dude.
Well,
like,
I have
the
air purifier on, so hopefully.
I feel like you just said fucking allergies, and my nose just like, oh yeah, huh?
Maybe I should get a bigger air purifier because that one's kind of meant for like a smaller room. Because I have one, I put one in my room too.
Oh, so you got 2?
Yeah, I got 2 of them, and I slept with the one in my room on last night, and I felt like I slept way better. Like I was able to breathe.
Yeah, dude. I got one a long time ago for the same reason.
Yeah, my allergies have been fucking crazy.
Yeah, mine are bad.
So I saw Love Lies Bleeding.
I saw you post about it, and I saw your score, so I was like, okay, he really really liked it. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Are you
The
interested in it?
I mean, it looked cool. Like I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. I guess I didn't really have like a strong feeling about it until I found out who the director was, and it's the same director from that made Saint Maud.
Yeah.
So and it was that was her first movie, and I love that movie, dude.
I still haven't seen it.
Great fucking movie, and it's just one of those directors that like off, like right out of the gates, like they just make a great fucking movie, and I feel like it's so hard to like follow up once you make a great movie because it's like, are you like just a one hit wonder,
Yeah.
or are you gonna do something? And then there's also directors that make a great movie and then they just keep doing the same type of thing they're good at.
Yeah.
But then you have like directors, like I always use them because I feel like they're like the next big thing, like Ari Aster and
Yeah. Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers. They've been making movies that are so different from one another, and they're like pushing themselves. I feel like and making stuff that they don't want to, I guess, like be like considered like, oh, they're like the horror dudes. And it's like, no, they're making
Yeah.
So when I found out, that it was her that made this new movie, I was like, oh, that looks tight. But then I started seeing the memes.
What do you mean?
So many memes about it.
Really?
I guess, and I'm pretty sure this is real. Some dude got caught. I guess he jacked off to the movie and fell asleep in the movie theater.
What the fuck?
So there's like a picture going around.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Like somebody took a picture of that person knocked out with their fucking. It was blurred out, but their pants were down.
Yeah.
So there's just a million memes about it, and just reading like people's comments on it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait now.
Why?
Because like now they're like everything's like over sexualized for the movie for me.
Oh.
So it's like I don't want it to be
you gotta
like
cleanse the palate.
Yeah, so I don't want it to be like how I went into like Atomic Blonde.
Okay.
When like where it was just like, oh, it's John Wick. And I remember I told you that it kind of like left an impression.
Yeah.
And like I guess what do you call it, not context, a kind of an idea of what I think it's gonna be, and I don't want it to do that. But
you don't want it to influence it.
Yeah. And to me, it's just like the memes and the comments are kind of ruining it for me.
Oh, that sucks.
And I'm just like, man,
I'm glad I didn't see any of that.
Yeah,
shit,
dude. Like, and that's why like I like watching movies. Like, that's why I'm glad I watched Dune like that early, because like it's just nothing but memes right now of Dune, like the bucket.
Where are you seeing? Because I don't see any of this stuff.
I follow a lot of movie pages. I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Oh, on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I'm not on Instagram as often as I used to be, so that's probably why.
Maybe. But yeah, like same thing with like Dune. Like I'm kind of glad I watched it because the memes are funny, but I feel like there's like a ton of spoilers out there.
Oh yeah, dude.
just
People
like,
don't give a fuck about spoilers anymore.
Yeah, and I'm like
Dune dies.
Dune dies. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit to watch that movie, but I do want to watch it. So, what were your thoughts on it?
I loved it, dude.
Loved it.
I fucking loved that movie.
Yeah.
It it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and there was a lot of moments where I was like, "What the fuck?" It made me do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from what I got out of the trailer, like I don't know, it looks like a thriller, but like it doesn't give out much, so I don't know exactly what it's about.
I wouldn't say it's a thriller. It's more of like a drama with like some comedy elements, but the comedy isn't intentional. It's more like funny because it's just so like, holy shit, this is actually happening right now.
Like a what the fuck moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you never saw Saint Maud, but
No, I never saw Saint.
That movie is a slow burn throughout. No action, nothing like crazy happens. It's just the whole time is just character development the entire time.
Yeah.
So that's why like when I saw this movie, I'm like, whoa, it's the same director. So I'm curious to watch it, and it's like completely different from her last movie. So I don't know. I am curious about it, but like I said, I need to wait a little bit. But I have been hearing like people praising it.
Oh, dude, I fucking.
People are saying that it's like one of the best movie they've seen in a long time.
It was really fucking good, dude. It's really good. Especially like I was kind of not scared, more worried on how I was gonna receive the movie because I was to be honest, dude, I'm still kind of riding off the high of Dune.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, well we'll get there. We'll get there. So so I was kind of like, fuck, man. I'm on such a high off of Dune right now that what if I end up not liking this movie because I'm just expecting something, you know?
Yeah.
Like the expectations are too high just because I saw such a great movie, you know? And but no, dude, it was fucking tight. It was a lot of fun. It had me interested the whole like I legitimately had like just like a curious face the whole time because I'm like, wait, what? Like what's going on here? And then you're just like a lot, like I said, a lot of moments you're like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit! Like a lot of things happening out of nowhere, and then you're at the same time trying to figure out like, wait, okay, so what kind of movie is this? But dude, and then the ending is just like it's batshit. It's batshit.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like holy shit. But I fucking loved it, dude. I loved it. Immediately afterwards, like I turned to Anna and I was like, "What'd you think of it?" And for some reason, I was expecting her not to like it, just because it's a little out there, you know.
Yeah.
But she was like, "I loved it,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, me too." I was like, my first thought, I'm definitely buying this. Like that's the meter now. That's the of if I like the movie or not. Like, and would I be willing to own this? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I see it too. So
You gotta watch it, dude.
yeah, I will.
Fuck the memes, dude. Fuck all.
Hey, what if I'm that guy that masturbates in the theater?
There's like 2 sex scenes.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 sex scenes.
I don't know. I think people are just fetishizing.
Fetishizing.
I
Just
just
'cause
sound German, dude.
Because
I saw. Never mind, nothing.
it's just fetishizing it because it's women, like 2 women having sex.
Oh, so there is a sex scene?
There's 2 sex scenes, yeah.
Damn, two. Just kidding. Yeah, but I think people are just like one of the comments was like, I'm pretty sure every person commenting on this has not seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
Because some of the comments were fucking pretty funny, but
Yeah, of
it's like
course.
I gotta wait now. Like,
But try to watch in the theater.
yeah,
Just because like it was a good experience, and a lot of stuff I've been reading, like there was this poll recently taken out saying that 2 out of 3 people would rather watch a movie at home and they wait for it for streaming. So nobody's going to the theater anymore. And then like we went to the theater and it was literally just Anna and I and then 2 other people like by themselves though, like, and they were men.
that's not sight.
But like it was just us 4 in the entire theater.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of split on that. Like, if I don't watch it like in Adobe or IMAX, like I don't want to watch it in the theater. Just because I've had so many bad experiences in theaters, where like people are just on their phones and it's just so distracting. And
Yeah.
so I kind of understand like if I'm able to rent it at home. Like if for some reason like just going to the theater wasn't an option or it was only playing in standard rooms, I would rather just rent it too.
Yeah.
Only because like I said, I've had so many bad experiences that it's like I don't want to pay that much money to have like some idiot ruin it, you know?
What if it like if there's like a way to watch it like at the Frida?
Yeah, I would watch it at well, I feel like art house theaters like that, like I feel like people are passionate. Like they won't go to a little hole in the wall theater like that unless they're like
I
genuinely
wish we
curious.
had one here, dude.
I'm telling you, like the person that opens a small theater like that is gonna kill it. I'm looking at you, Fidel.
Me? What the fuck?
But
I think I might know somebody to talk to about that too.
yeah. Like I mean, it could start. Like I've said, like I've been trying to do this for a while. Like where it's like we start with like pop ups. So it's just a projector, homies, fucking barbecue, and then from there maybe you can transition to something bigger.
That'd be tight.
But yeah, but I mean, so I am kind of split. But I also feel like people don't appreciate the theater enough either.
Yeah.
Like, for one, I know that they don't because they're on their phones and they're talking.
Yeah.
They're, you know, I don't know. Like, I feel like people don't want to sit there and like escape. Most people, I guess.
Yeah, like the casual movie going audience, I guess.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people, especially like people in groups, because they tend to like horse around a lot and just kind of act ignorant, you know. Which I mean, I've been guilty of doing too, but not in a movie theater, you know.
Yeah. Only because I would feel like shitty. Because
Yeah,
like I know like people are genuinely like wanting to watch the movie, and I would feel like damn,
yeah.
I'm being that guy right now.
I feel like there's only certain movies where I would tolerate that, or I don't want to say tolerate, where I would find that like fun.
If it's a comedy movie,
Yeah,
yeah, it helps. It'll amplify it. Even like scary movies, I feel like when it's like something scary happens, like you hear the crowd's reaction. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
But it's like also, but it's reactions are different from like
yeah.
talking or like I said, being on their phone or things like that. But I mean, like I think when I saw like Batman versus Superman, I was so fucking bored. And there was like a fight that almost broke out between
Oh,
like
that's
these high
what's up.
schoolers, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like I wanted it to happen so bad because I was just so bored, dude. But I don't know, dude. Like I think watching Dune 2 was probably my favorite experience in any movie theater ever.
Yeah.
And that's like saying something, dude.
All right, before we get there,
Uh-huh.
I want to bring something up because you just mentioned Batman versus Superman.
Oh, fuck.
And it's a topic that we've talked about on countless occasions. And people who've listened to this podcast for a long time know Eddie hates Dark Knight Rises. Like, that's a common thing. I'm pretty indifferent to it. You know, I don't really hate it. I came across a video of because there's been this whole speculation of like what would a third Batman would have been if Heath Ledger never passed away, you know. And I guess this video was talking about like the ideas, and they had mentioned how Christopher Nolan didn't even want to continue making Batman movies. He just did Batman Begins. That's all he wanted to do. But like him and David S. Goyer, they like were writing the script for Batman Begins, and that was the idea. He was just gonna do Batman Begins, but they enjoyed it so much. Whatever, they started doing the script for 2 sequels, and so that's where they had Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises was gonna be the third one, and the third one it was gonna be, I believe, Two-Face was gonna be the villain or whatever, but then when obviously Heath Ledger passed away, plans changed, and then the idea to have Bane was gonna be like as the villain. But the original idea supposedly was it was going to be a 2-part movie. And it was going to explore more of the story of like Bane and Batman's like rivalry, basically. Like it was going to show more like of Bane's backstory, I guess, like not just the quick. It's basically explaining a lot of the stuff that happened in Dark Knight Rises, like that was way too convenient, or like that doesn't make any sense. You know? And I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't know if that would have helped. It might have, but I feel like the things about the movie that I didn't like wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
Because like I've said, I didn't like how Bane ended up just being another henchman. He wasn't really like a bad guy.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
And I feel like people will glorify that and be like, "Oh yeah, it was so different. It was like a bold move." And I'm like, "No, it was a dumb move."
Yeah. But yeah, I came across that video like earlier today. So.
I mean, it could have been great. And like, I'm not opposed to like a Bane villain. Like, I think that could have been cool, but
because the idea was, you know how like the city goes into chaos, whatever, in Dark Knight Rises, and then like all the prisoners from like Blackgate like get released, whatever. So that the movie was gonna end, like part 1 was gonna end right there, and one of the inmates was gonna be like Joker coming out, and that was gonna be the cliffhanger for like that one, and then part 2 was just gonna, I don't know. He didn't dive into like what part 2 was gonna be, but.
yeah, because I did enjoy, like I'm not like a big like superhero guy, but I did enjoy the first 2 a lot.
Yeah,
and I just like the groundedness a bit. But yeah, part 3, I just remember like leaving the theater like, damn, that was like so shitty. Like I hated it.
it wasn't that bad. But you're the one that told me it was a better movie experience than Dune 2. All right. Before we get into Dune 2, I like teasing, you know.
You're edging me right now, dude.
Damn. So, do you like the first Dune movie?
I do a lot.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. I do too. I didn't think it was like a masterpiece or anything like that. I was like, man, this is a really good movie, you know?
Yeah.
I did watch it a second time. I'm glad I watched it again before watching part 2.
Me too.
So I watched it the second time, and the second time around, I was like, okay, yeah, this is really good. Like, very story driven. You know, not a lot is going on as far as like action or just stuff like that. It's more of like a very well put together like setup for what's to come.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does kind of feel like if this is all they did, like, I mean, that sucks, but I'm content. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from the quality of the movie it was, you know?
Yeah.
My only gripe with the first movie is they should have shown Oscar Isaac's dick.
I thought it was a sandworm, dude.
Because, like, the whole way he's sitting in that chair and he's naked, it's so unnatural. The way, like, you know, if he was really, like, sedate or, like, paralyzed, he would just be flopped there, like, just everything hanging out.
Is it a PG movie?
I think so. PG-13.
Because there's no blood, right?
There's
like,
not
even in
really
the
blood.
second one,
And
they don't
cuss.
No. Yeah.
I believe it's PG-13.
That's probably why, but... Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah. I mean,
That's literally my only complaint about that. I just want to see Oscar Isaac's dick. But so you had watched it also, right? You guys watched it before going into the second one?
Yeah, we watched it like a day or two before.
Do you think if we didn't rewatch it and then we went to see Dune 2, would it have been impactful? As impactful?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I agree. Just because like Dune was so fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
So it kind of, and because Dune 2 literally picks up right where the first one ends.
Mm-hmm.
So it just felt like a continuation, you know?
Yeah, and it kind of like, I feel like if you go like a year or two without seeing it and then you watch the new one, like I feel like the stakes aren't there because you haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah.
Where since like it was fresh in my mind, I'm like, damn, this kid just lost his dad. This kid just lost his entire people, like everyone except his mom. That's the only thing he has now. And I feel like if you've never seen the first one or you haven't rewatched it, like you kind of forget about all that.
Yeah.
Like that mass genocide that happens. And like I said, I do like the first one a lot. It definitely is building up to what's to come. I mean, there's action in it, but it's very like few and far in between. But yeah, even that action I like it. You know, it has a lot of good like fight scenes and like they are pretty hard hitting, and like I felt like okay, like that's what I expected from Dune 2. Like after watching it, I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be like very slow burn, a lot of character development. There's probably gonna be like a few fight scenes in between here and there. But I don't think I was like prepared just how epic it was gonna be.
Okay.
Because the first one, like I said, it has its epic moments, like when the sandworm is like right in front of them and it's just like kind of looking down on them. You have that like holy shit moment.
Okay, so in that you're talking about the first movie,
first one. Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if it was just my TV, but that scene looked very dark. Like
no, it's dark.
Okay, because I was having, because I watched it in here, all the lights off. You know, it gets dark in here. You know, I have those blackout curtains.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and I was still like, kind of like, I know what that is, obviously, but it was kind of hard to make out that it was a sandworm.
When I went to the theater to watch the first one, I remember thinking like, is the projector not that bright? So I think it's intentional.
Okay.
Like I think it was just meant to show like, you know, how fucking dark the desert is.
Yeah.
But I do like that scene, like, because it like it kind of like puts into scale how large these things are.
Yeah.
And how like the humans are just like these small little things compared to them.
Yeah.
But I do like the characters. It does have its funny moments too, like when what's his name? The guy that that plays the funny character. I forgot the names already.
The guy that plays the funny character?
Yeah, what's his name?
Are you talking about Silgar?
Yeah.
Javier Bardem's character?
Javier Bardem's character when he spits.
Lisa Gahib. That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when he spits, yeah. That reminded me of Ace Ventura.
When it's like, no, that's how they say hi. So it does have like its funny moments, but like they're funny and they don't like they don't overstay their welcome.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, like he's trying to make it like a funny action movie or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think my friend Michael had told me the same thing, that he thought it was underwhelming, the first one.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was underwhelming, but I can see why people would probably think that.
Yeah, because when I had posted on my story, it was like a picture of Lady Jessica from Dune 2. And I put like the caption, I need to watch this again. My niece's wife, she replied to the story and she said, I think she took it in a way of like, maybe I didn't understand it, so I need to watch it again. Mm-hmm. Because her response was, is it even worth watching then? Because I fell asleep 15 minutes into the first movie.
Dude, one of my servers said the same thing.
Really?
At work. Yeah, they were asking me, oh, what did you do? I'm like, oh, I watched Dune 2. And they're like, oh, I think she said like she fell asleep exactly 15 minutes into it. I'm like, I was like, it's slow, but like I was into it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think it was good storytelling.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And just the visuals alone, like even if there's no action, like I just love looking at like, I don't know who was in charge of all that, but like anything Denis Villeneuve is in charge of, like he
cares.
Like it looks fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Like the Arrival, like watching that movie in theaters.
I mean, it was
like,
beautiful.
Yeah, like you have those wide shots of like the ship and like none of his movies like look fake.
Yeah.
Like they don't. You can tell like he knows where to put the money in when it's like, you know, when it comes to CGI. But overall, like I love the first one. Like I think it has a lot of replay value to me at least. But it definitely, I feel like it's gonna be overshadowed big time by part 2.
Okay, so what was your initial reaction after watching the second movie?
Oh man. I remember like thinking I can't even talk about this movie right now because like there's so much that just happened in such a short time. Because this movie, I don't know how long is it?
It's almost 3 hours.
It didn't feel like that.
Not at all.
It felt like at most like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Because so much is packed into it and it's so fast paced and there's a lot more action. And dude, I loved it. It literally was one of the, I would say probably the best like movie, like cinematic experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, dude.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
And dude, I just left thinking like, damn, this movie was fucking like, I think I even told you like the only way I can describe it is epic.
Epic, yeah.
Like, cause it, like I don't like, where do you even start, dude?
Like, so when it was over, I was sitting, dude. I don't know where to start. The whole like last, I want to say 45 minutes, I had like a big smile on my face.
Yeah.
I kept like getting the chills, dude. Like I felt like I'm watching something great right now. Like I'm experiencing something amazing right now. Like it felt like something very important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been getting so much praise too.
Yeah.
Like high praise, saying that like it's like the wake up call like Hollywood needs. And, and blah blah blah. I don't really think like that because.
So what do they mean by that?
One of the comments I kept seeing a lot was like people complaining like, oh, it's a white savior movie, and I'm like, dude, you're missing out.
You're missing the point.
Yeah,
you're missing the point.
I'm like, because he's not even really like a hero in it either.
So okay, I want to talk about that because everybody's talking about like, oh, you know, Paul Atreides becoming the hero that he should be. I did not see him as he's becoming the hero.
Dude, he's not.
I'm like, this motherfucker is getting corrupt.
Yeah,
It's
That's the
getting to
thing.
his head.
Even somebody said like it's one of the rare movies where where like the good guy doesn't really win. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Because he's not at that point. He's not in it for the what is that? What are those sand people called?
Fremen?
Fremen. Yeah, like he's in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And, like and
You know what it is? It's the Walter White effect. People. So what I'm talking about is like people cheer for this guy, Walter White, from Breaking Bad, and this guy's a piece of shit. Like he's a villain, but
Yeah.
because we spend this journey on seeing him like from the beginning, like just this like mundane, boring teacher to this fucking meth kingpin.
you can't help but root for him.
Yeah,
right?
you can't help but root for him to the point where you fucking hate his wife, the one who's trying to get him to stop because he has a family.
You should be like, you're getting in the way.
Yeah, that's what it is, dude. Because I've been seeing a lot of like, yeah, but he's finally embracing becoming the hero. Like, but you know what it is? It's the whole religious aspect of it because it does have like that religious like underlying message. Of
And
it.
he even says so himself. He's like he's gonna use that to his advantage.
Yeah,
So like, I can imagine this movie pissing off a bunch of religious people too. Like,
I don't think so.
you don't think so?
I don't think so. Unless if they're looking deep into it that way, because I feel like it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. I have a feeling. Either it's gonna be that, or they're gonna root for him because they're gonna see him as like the Jesus representation.
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh yeah, see, that's what Jesus had to do. But they even comment on that in the movie and with Chani, her character. Is that her name? Zendaya's character?
I don't remember.
Where she says like they use religion, whatever, to enslave people, like because they brainwash them.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I
And
mean,
I think even Paul like is aware of that, and he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go to the crazies, I guess, like the fanatics. They're
Yeah.
like they are willing to die for him.
yeah,
And even I think the most badass line of the whole movie is like when they're like, oh, they refused your proposal. He's like, oh, they're like send them all to paradise. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude.
yes, that's what. How can you see him as a good guy?
Yeah,
like
you literally say kill them all.
kill them all. Like
And I love that they got Timothy to be that character.
oh my god, dude, he's so fucking good.
Because like at first I'm like, because you see him literally transition from like a boy
Yeah,
to like the fucking like I guess like a man, like to like he has a full arc.
yeah,
and like you literally go from seeing him like nervous and kind of like I guess he's still like kind of hopeful, like I'm gonna bring peace to the fucking galaxy here and shit. Like I'm gonna be that person, to him getting corrupt and just kind of ruling over everyone and just knowing like, yeah, I'm the shit now.
yeah.
Like that last fight scene, dude, that duel,
Oh my god,
it's
between
so
him,
intense, dude.
him and Austin Butler, dude. Austin Butler is a fucking maniac in this movie.
I'm not even like that much of a fan of his, but I liked him a lot in this movie.
I always forget that he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Is he?
Yeah, he's one of the guys that breaks into Rick Dalton's house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget that. But that fight scene, dude, no music, no score, nothing. You just hear them, like the blades hitting each other, and oh, dude, it was so good. Yeah. And then I love the callback. Are we gonna talk spoilers?
We can. I feel like I'd want to go more into it later on.
Yeah.
But
so the callback I'm talking about is in the first movie when he's training with fucking Josh Brolin's character. I can't remember his name.
yeah.
And then like he tells him like, oh, like I have you. Like I was like, you go down with me, basically. You remember?
Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah, same
He
thing.
fucking does that. Because fucking Austin Butler's character, I can't pronounce his name, so that's why I'm not trying to even say it.
Fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking stabs him in the ribs. But then he like brings him closer and gets him in the chest.
Yeah.
I was
thing.
like, fuck. But
Hey.
that whole fight, like, it was to the point where I believe, like, damn, he could die right now. Even though he's the main character.
I thought they were both gonna die.
Yeah?
That's what like my initial thought. I'm like, okay, he stabbed him, and then he stabbed him back, and then he just gets up like a fucking badass, hey, limping away.
I did not think Austin Butler was gonna die.
You didn't think so?
No, I thought he was gonna carry on to the next movie.
In my head, I was like, oh, they're both gonna die. But I got so into it that like I started like reading about it, like the differences between the movie and the book, or like stuff that's not really fleshed out in the movie.
Because both these movies are based on just the first book,
The
right?
first book, I think it's called The House or something like that. And yeah, but it puts a lot of things in perspective. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Like those witches, I forgot what they're called. You know how they're
like sister mothers or
something like that.
Something like that.
They're purposely like breeding to try to find the Messiah, I guess, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Like they purposely bred only women because they thought only women can handle that amount of pain. Like any man will die, and the only reason she had Paul was because she loved Oscar Isaac's character so much.
Yeah.
That she said like, oh, I'll have his baby. And so like everything they stood for was like, no, it's gonna be a woman savior and all that. Like it was a guy.
Yeah.
It was Paul's character, and that's why like she calls him like an abomination at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where she's like, she starts saying something to him, and he like yells out silence
In the voice.
Yeah, in the voice, and just shuts her up. And she's like, oh,
She's like, oh,
abomination. Yeah. I was like, hell yeah, dude, shut her up.
Yeah, for real.
Because she was the one that's like all in charge. She thought she was like the shit. Like in the beginning when she's putting his hand in the pain box.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm telling you, he had like a complete 180, like where he's just like this godlike like figure now, you know, like he's not gonna restore peace, but he's gonna take over for sure. And I've seen a lot of comparisons like between this and Revenge of the Sith. Like a lot of screenshots saying like this is what Revenge of the Sith should have been like, where like because they have that badass scene in Dune 2 where what's that wrestler's name? Batista's character. Badass character. He's like, oh, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna kill them all, and this and that. Like all the bad guys are like marching, and the Freemen are like killing them all slowly. And then you see Timothy's character like in a cloak, just walking like towards them, like not even scared.
Yeah.
And they start retreating, and you see like Bautista's character like fucking scared.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh fuck this, like I'm leaving. Like you're just like, damn, like that was tight because like throughout the movie they don't have that typical arc where it's like the bad guys just keep winning till the very end. And it's like, no, the bad guys get their ass whooped pretty often throughout the movie. And like I don't know, like you don't see that often in movies.
Yeah.
It's always like literally like at the very end, like, oh, okay, and we're gonna like something happens to where they start winning after that. And in this one, like I said, the Freemen are like the shit, dude. They're just killing all these. I can't remember the bad guys.
It starts with an H. I can't remember either.
Yeah, but those guys.
The H guys.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they get their ass whipped too. And I love how Timothy's character Paul like kills the Emperor.
Dude.
I love how nobody even tries to like stop him.
Well, no, it wasn't the Emperor.
No, the Emperor.
It was the Baron, right?
The Baron, yeah.
Dude, no, yeah, nobody stops him.
Everybody's like, all right, let's not get in this fool's way. They're just like, they literally like clear a path for him. And he just walks up to him and just fucking like, just stabs him in the neck, like slowly.
Like not even fast or anything.
Yeah, just slides that fucking blade in his neck. I was like, damn, dude. I feel bad for people that are just like not watching this movie because of the whole white savior thing, like missing out.
Dude, they're missing out. So, okay. What's your opinion on Zendaya as an actress after watching this? Does this make you interested in seeing what else she does?
You know what? Watching the first one in theaters, I couldn't get the fucking Spider-Man movie out of my head, and it just like, but when this one, like when she was on screen, this one like, I just thought, dude, like I didn't think about Spider-Man, so I guess she kind of won me over a little bit in this, because it was good to like she even has like little facial expressions like at the end where, the whole movie I'm like, damn, this is like a badass love story.
Yeah.
And until you get to the end, you're like, damn, this is like a badass like breakup story.
Yeah.
Because you have like two movies of them well, kind of like the end of the first one, and then like the whole beginning and middle of this movie, of the second movie, where it's just building their relationship up, and like they have like all these fucking cute ass moments, and then at the end, he's like, "No, I'm gonna marry this empress over here," and like she has this look on her face, like her eye starts twitching a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's sick. Like little things like that, little details. Like I was like, okay, yeah,
Would you be interested in seeing something else of hers now?
no. No, I don't know. She's good in this, but
Because I've seen her in a few things now,
yeah,
and she is very good in this. But I still don't think this is her best display of her abilities. And I feel like her best display of her abilities isn't something you're probably never going to watch.
that show.
Yeah, Euphoria. She is incredible in that show.
I don't know, man.
And I think the reason I think she's so good is because she's very believable as a fucking drug addict. Because I mean, I've seen it. You know, I've seen somebody who is fiending. I've seen the whole like coming down and the effects of that, and like how they treat people around them. Like I've seen all that, and it's very believable the way she portrays it. So like she does a fucking incredible job in that show. But I mean, she still was very good in this movie.
Yeah,
You know, she was very, very good.
Did you feel like there was anyone out of place?
No, I wouldn't say out of place. I literally only have one complaint about this movie.
Oh, what is it?
And it's the only thing keeping me from saying it's flawless.
Oh,
How Batista dies. I did not. It's not that I didn't like it. Like I expected him to go.
hey, how does he go?
Just felt like it was just too sudden. I would have wanted the battle between him and Josh Brolin's character drawn out. Because remember, he mentions, he's like, oh, he gave me this scar on the side of my face.
Oh, yeah.
And then like when Batista's trying to flee, Josh Brolin like and the crew, whatever, they get him. And it's just a quick like 1-2 and then boom, Batista's dead.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would have wanted the fight to be a little longer, or maybe have a fight there and then Josh Brolin scars him, and then in the next movie they have their big fight. I just felt like it almost felt like he was an afterthought in this movie. Like his character was an afterthought in this movie.
I'm pretty sure they had a lot of that because like they had a rush. Like,
Yeah,
'cause I feel like even 2 movies like isn't enough for the book.
yeah.
Um,
There was a
But-
lot of moments I was like, damn, this is the end of the movie, and I'm gonna have to wait for the third one.
yeah.
I thought that was gonna happen like multiple times. Like I was not expecting the fight between Timothy and Austin Butler.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be for another movie.
Do you think there's gonna be a third one?
Oh no, there is. Well, Denis Villeneuve wants to do a third one, but after that he's done. He said, like he wants to do Messiah, which is the second book, and after that he said he's done.
Yeah. I hope they don't continue.
After
I-
Messiah,
Yeah. I mean, even if they wanted to stop here, I'm like, this is good. I'll be happy.
no, I want more. I want more.
I do too, but only if he does it. Like, I don't want any other director to touch it.
I would legitimately be content if part 1 and 2 of these were just one movie,
One long ass movie.
one long ass movie.
I mean,
It feels like it could be that.
yeah, and that's why I like when they make movies like within a year of each other,
Yeah,
a year or two, just because like I guess the vision is just one clean vision. You know, you're not gonna have like, I don't know, like all these movies, like same thing like they did with Lord of the Rings, where
yeah,
you know, it's just like a nice little like path like laid out for you, where it's not like, oh, this director has it. It's not gonna become like an X-Men franchise, or
yeah.
where it's just like every movie feels like a completely different thing. So I mean, I would be happy. I do want to see more, but it's only if he does it, and if he directs it, because I wouldn't trust anyone else with it.
No, yeah. He has said that like because surprisingly has not been greenlit for a third movie yet.
Yeah, and I feel like I mean, I think it will.
Oh, yeah, it
with all
has
the
to
praise
be.
it's getting and
Yeah.
everything. But
I think my theory is the reason it hasn't been greenlit or announced yet is because I feel like because of all the praise it's getting, the studio is trying to work out a multi-picture deal with him, but
I hope
he
not.
probably doesn't want to do it.
yeah, they're like,
That's
let's do
probably-
like 3 more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what the holdup is. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm theorizing.
And he is like, that's why like I hate Like that's why I won't defend Christopher Nolan for Dark Knight Rises, dude. Because he could have walked away from it, but he didn't. He chose to stay with it. Now, like, you know,
Money, homie.
yeah. But I feel like Dennis wouldn't like. I don't know, like he wouldn't do it for money. Like I feel like his heart is in the right place when it comes to it, where he has like passion for it, and he's like he wouldn't just be like, oh, they're throwing like so and so, like, you know, all these big actors at me and all this money. Like I feel like if he's not about it, he won't do it. But who knows? But I mean, this just proves, dude, another movie under his belt that is fucking great.
Yeah.
Not a single bad movie, dude.
Motherfucker, don't miss.
Dude.
So, where does this movie rank for you as far as like best or favorite movies
It's the best of the year so far for me.
of the year so far?
Mm-hmm.
This is 100% the best movie of the year for me.
Yeah.
Like
So-
I can't think of anything that will even come close to toppling it.
The only thing, but I don't even think it's gonna come out this year, is the Nosferatu movie.
Oh no, I don't think that's coming out until next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can't think of anything else.
What about like overall?
Overall,
Because I'm gonna make a bold statement.
It's definitely up there. I would say it's in the top 5 of. Oh, are you talking about like just in general, like favorite movies? Or,
Yeah.
oh, that's hard, dude.
I'm gonna make a bold
Um,
statement.
What are you gonna say?
This is my favorite movie of all time, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Cause like that was going through my head after watching it sitting in the theater. But I was like, no, like I gotta sit with it. Because yes, this was great. And it was just amazing to see, and it was beautiful. It just
You still feel that hype right now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Me too.
Like so I've like in the recent years, top movies of all time for me, as just I'm not saying these are the best, you know, it's just movies that I love. The Thing, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the first Ninja Turtles movie, 1990. And the fourth spot has always been kind of back and forth between What We Do in the Shadows and Young Frankenstein. But The Thing has always been number one. It's always been number one. I fucking love that movie. This might be my new number one movie of all time, dude.
Fuck. It's high up there for me, dude.
Like, this movie's incredible. Like, when we were leaving, like I got in my car, like I was contemplating going back and watching it again by myself. That's how much I loved it. I definitely want to see it again in theaters. We saw it in Dolby. I want to see it in IMAX.
Man, I know. I do want to catch it one last time
Yeah,
in theaters.
because it's definitely an experience, dude.
And I feel like these experiences are pretty rare.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's up there, but I mean, I'm always gonna lean towards the like the more artsy shit.
Yeah.
Because I do want to like mention like because I did watch the Jodorowsky's Dune.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, it's a documentary on the failed attempt for Alejandro Jodorowsky to make his version of Dune in the early 80s.
This was before David Lynch, right?
Before David Lynch made his.
Yeah.
And there's so much inside of that movie. It's a great documentary, even if you're not at all like a fan of Dune or anything like that. It's just a great documentary to watch. Like it.
Or what could have been.
What could have been? It could have been a bigger thing than Star Wars. It could have been like probably the biggest sci-fi movie ever. And when you hear this guy just talk about how passionate he was about it, like it breaks your heart, because there's like a scene where he's talking about like money, like it didn't get made because of this, and he like pulls out like some cash, like this shit right here,
Yeah.
and you can see like the heartbreak in his eyes, and yeah, like it like I would have loved to see his vision, just because like I feel like it would have like I'm not the biggest sci-fi nerd, but I do enjoy it, but I love like the artsiness that like my favorite movie of all time is El Topo. and just because I love that weird artsy shit, like
Yeah.
that fucking like super like in your face, like all fucking metaphors, like
Yeah.
just completely fucking like you feel like you're on LSD watching this shit. And I would have loved to see what that would have been like in a like mixed with like Dune. But and going back to what we said earlier, like how you said I would have loved for these two to be one movie, or it's like one long 6 movie.
Yeah.
Jodorowsky wanted to make his like I think it was like a 6 or 7 hour movie,
Yeah.
and he's like I don't care. It's like that's why it didn't get made because the studios are like nobody's gonna watch a fucking 7 hour movie, and like we don't get it. And he's like and Jodorowsky's like I don't care. Like I would have made a 12-hour movie if I had to. Like.
That's funny to think about just because, like, in today's day and age, binging is a thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, you got directors like Martin Scorsese making 3.5, 4 hour movies now. And people go and see it.
Yeah. I think it's crazy, too, when people are like, oh, like, I can't watch a movie that's, like, 3 hours long. And I'm like, but you sit there and watch, like, a show that has, like, hour episodes and you watch, like, 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's, like, the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, I think there's 6 books that Frank Herbert wrote, Dune, that are original Dune stories by him.
Yeah.
And I think there's like 22 books in total.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But those are like, I think his son wrote some of those, and people don't consider them like legit, like canon, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think it's like just the 6 original ones, and they get pretty bonkers, dude.
Yeah.
Like I've been like reading. I haven't been like reading them, but yeah, they go fucking crazy, dude. Like Paul like eventually has a son, and he's like half worm, half like human.
Damn, he fucks a worm?
But he's like this godlike figure. Like it goes bonkers, dude. Like way crazier
God.
than it is.
Crazier than the Bible?
It's nuts, dude. Not that crazy. But yeah, dude, like this movie, it's up there for me, dude. I wouldn't say it's my favorite,
No, it's my number one.
but
Like, I'm confident in saying it's my number one
yeah.
movie of all time.
So
yeah.
like a year from now, I'll ask you, and you're like, yeah, dude, it's Dune 2.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Unless something else comes along.
I don't see anything else toppling it, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't go in the theater thinking this was gonna top it.
I didn't.
Yeah, dude. It's really good, dude. Like
It's really
I've been
fucking
hyping
good.
it up. I want people to see it as much as they can in theaters, you know.
Yeah. Definitely see it in the theater. Dolby or IMAX. You guys see it.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. This movie is to me it's a perfect movie. There's nothing that I felt was like out of place or like it wasn't slow paced or
No, there's no lull in it. There's no moment where you're like, okay, I could take a bathroom break right now.
No.
Like everything feels important.
Yeah.
Everything feels important. Like besides the whole thing with Batista's character arc, I don't see anything else I did not like or enjoy in this movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think and I can't, dude.
It was so fucking good. I'm gonna go watch it again right now.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could just fast forward to the future if they do make a third one. Just so I can watch it already.
I'm hoping they release like an ultimate cut and just put 1 and 2 together as one whole movie.
Fuck, dude. I don't think I
And
can
they
listen to that.
release it in theaters. I'm fucking going.
Fuck.
I'm fucking going, dude.
So, you seen the memes?
Yeah,
Would you fuck the popcorn bucket? The Dune.
I did. I mean, I would. I had not in one theater did I see any for sale.
No, I was reading some of the comments that people are like trying to track some down. I guess they sold out pretty quickly, and I think the memes helped it sell out.
Yeah.
So
I even saw like a video of like this woman putting. Or I think you sent. Did you send it to me? Somebody sent it.
What?
It was either you or Evan. A fleshlight fits perfect in the bucket.
no, that's probably Evan. So it does.
Yeah, any theater because like we went we saw Love Lies Bleeding. We went to the Regal. We went to the Regal in San Bernardino, fucking ghost town, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking empty. Like the whole area, the whole neighborhood, it was empty.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've been to San Bernardino. I think I went once I don't remember who I went with, but we were looking for like a paintball shop that was out there
Uh-huh.
because we needed like CO2 tank or something. We drove around, dude. We did not see one person on the street. It was
Yeah.
in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, nobody wants to walk. I was like, it's San Bernardino. Maybe nobody should be walking, but
A lot of the stores closed down, boarded up. There's like a lone record store across the street from the theater. It looked like it wasn't even open, but it was open.
that's crazy.
But yeah, so we went to the Regal. It's actually a nice theater. I actually like that theater there.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking, like, do you prefer Regal or AMC? Do you have a preference? Like,
Probably I just go to what's closer, dude.
yeah?
When it comes to like modern theaters, I don't really have I wouldn't know enough to know the differences, really.
Yeah.
Like if you like told me, oh, this is we're inside of AMC, and you're like, oh, this is a Regal, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. But you probably notice.
So I like Regal. I like both theaters for different reasons. AMC, they have the Dolby Theater. And they have Coke products. That's a big thing for me. Like, I gotta have like my Coke Zero.
You prefer Coke over Pepsi?
Fuck Pepsi, dude.
Can you? I don't know if I can even taste the difference.
There's no fucking difference.
Yeah,
there is a
I
difference.
don't know, dude.
There's a difference, dude. You don't even drink soda though.
I don't. But if I was a blind test, you'd be able to tell.
Yes,
Okay.
because Pepsi tastes like flat Coke. Can you tell a difference? Yeah. See?
I don't know.
Which one do you prefer? Coke. Yeah, see? It's the right answer.
Okay.
Dude, there's a difference. Pepsi's fucking grass. Pepsi's fucking gross. Except I did try Pepsi Zero. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. But AMC has Coke products. Regal has Pepsi products, which is thumbs down for me. But they do have root beer, so I do like root beer.
Oh, root beer's nasty, dude.
You don't like root beer?
No, dude.
Get the fuck out of my house, dude.
It's so nasty.
Root beer is bomb.
Do you like black licorice too? Just stop, dude. No.
I don't really like licorice in general. But a black licorice drink, I do.
Dude.
Which is kind of weird because
like
I don't
eating
like
a fucking tire, like a car tire.
Firestone. But Regal, a lot of their theaters, they already have, every single theater has recliner seats. So they're roomy and like
so even like the basic ones,
yeah,
the rooms.
Yeah, like AMC doesn't, they have like their normal seats like all scrunched together like stadium seating, and I don't like that. So that's why like
get with the times, AMC.
Yeah. And I did notice after going to Regal, their popcorn's a lot better.
Popcorn's a lot better?
I think it tastes a lot better. Like AMC, like it made me realize AMC's popcorn's kind of stale.
Yeah.
But
probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have to go taste test, dude.
Do it right now on your way home.
All right, I'll be back.
So Dune 2, can't wait for that shit to have some sort of limited release. I'm definitely buying that shit. Best movie ever made. Damn.
I mean, I couldn't I can't disagree with you because I'm hyped on it too. I like it. I definitely it is gonna go in my collection. I already have the first one, so yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I love it, and it's up there. It's so high up there, dude. But I feel like I definitely need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm only gonna like it more because like there's just certain movies like Mad Max Fury Road. Every time I watched it, like I liked it more and more and more.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what's another movie that?
Speaking of Fury Road, how do you feel about Furiosa coming out?
Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm like kind of iffy about it.
I'm a little hesitant myself.
Because I know one of the big things was about the Fury Road was like the lack of CGI. The ton of CGI in it.
Yeah.
But compared to most movies, there isn't a lot.
Yeah.
And he used real cars. They really were smashing real explosions, real fucking flamethrowers. He used like dummies on the vehicle, so when they crashed, like those flopping bodies were real. So a lot of real shit went into it, and this new one looks very, very heavily CGI'd
Mm-hmm.
to the point where like I don't know, it kind of takes me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And even though I like the main actor,
Anya Taylor-Joy.
yeah, even though I like her and everything I've seen her in, amazing.
Yeah.
One of like, she just doesn't look anything like Charlize Theron, and it's taking me out.
Look or sound, because
Or
she has her accent. So.
Yeah, and I'm just like her character Furiosa wasn't that old in Fury Road,
Yeah.
so I feel like I don't think I'd want to see a Max, like a young Max in it,
Yeah.
but I definitely wouldn't want to see a young Furiosa in it because I feel like she wasn't that old. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could have done a different, brand new character, and I would have been like, hell yeah, it's just another. Maybe that's gonna be the new thing. Like, each new Mad Max chapter is gonna be a different story from the Wasteland, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like I don't. You have a whole new movie based on Furiosa. Like, why? Everyone's saying the same thing. Like, oh, we seen Mad. Some people were mad. Like, oh, like Mad Max wasn't like the main character in it. And I'm like, you have 3 original movies where he is. Like, it's okay. Like, having a new badass character is tight. Because I did like Furiosa in Fury Road. But my favorite character in it. So when they announced that it's gonna be like a Furiosa origin story, I'm like, we don't need that. Like,
Yeah.
like she's not like an old lady in this. Like, so, and like you said, like even though I like that actor, like they don't look anything alike.
Yeah.
Like, not even close. So I have faith in George Miller. I'm sure I'm gonna like it, but I don't think it's gonna be hard not to compare it
Yeah.
to Fury Road because it is one of my favorite. I think it's the best action movie that's been out in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can't think of another movie that's like that epic. That's not like a sci-fi. That's not Dune 2.
Yeah.
But I am hesitant. But we'll see. And I don't know. I feel like when it was Fury Road came out, like War Boys, all that, it was all brand new, and I feel like it's kind of just feels like a rehash of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm getting from the trailer, though.
Yeah. I mean, same thing you said. I have faith in George Miller, and I like Anya Taylor-Joy. I am gonna see it, but I do have my reservations.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. But then again, like I said, like that's what when Fury Road was announced, I honestly the trailers didn't win me over.
No.
No, I was like, man, like even though I like Tom Hardy, I'm like, Mel Gibson was the shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But then like, I did like Tom Hardy's character, but you know, Charlize Theron stole the show. And
Yeah.
I liked her character a lot, but so we'll see. We'll see.
Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose.
Hell yeah, do it right into the microphone.
I am. You're welcome, everybody.
What does that sound? It sound like a whipped cream.
Oh, like when you're putting whipped cream? That's what's up. You want?
Yeah.
All right. So you brought up something that you want to talk about, so I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, I
Bring it up.
recently watched Wonka.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Dude, it's not that bad.
Are you serious?
It isn't.
I have to watch it now.
I definitely feel like it's the guy who made Paddington, dude. Like,
I haven't seen that, but I hear good things, and I know you like the Paddington movies.
I don't even like those kind of movies, and I like them.
Yeah.
Like the whole time while I was watching Paddington 2, I'm like, why the fuck am I into this? It's not anywhere near as bad. It's definitely a kids movie. Like, I feel like, but it's also like I feel it's one of those like smart kids movies. So I feel like most kids won't even be into it.
Okay.
But it's definitely like targeted to like a younger audience. It felt weird hearing Timothy sing.
Yeah.
It was weird, but the songs were catchy, I guess. Like, I don't know.
You did enjoy it though.
Yeah, it had like some throwbacks from the original, but I think it's a standalone thing. I don't think it has anything to do with like the original or
Gene Wilder one.
Yeah, there's no real ties into it besides like a few songs.
What if it's tied into the Tim Burton one?
Oh fuck. He's just a young what's his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. No, I definitely like this one a million times more than that one.
The Johnny Depp one.
Yeah. It just felt like hey, I really like the world this guy built. I can't remember the author's name from the books.
I don't know.
But
Willy Wonka.
yeah, it definitely felt like I like this world so much that I'm gonna make this movie like an origin on Wonka. And yeah, it was just a super like a kid movie. I definitely feel like why was this made? I'm not sure, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't like what everyone was like. I don't know, shading on it for.
I mean, I was just shading on it just because of the fact of like, I don't like origin stories of
And it's a
like
musical.
of mysterious characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason why I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know.
It has a bunch of like actors that I like in it because it does have like, oh, they're in this, and most of them are like from like raunchy comedies.
Really?
Like some are from like the Mighty Boosh and like stuff like that, and I'm just like it feels weird not hearing them cuss. And I'm just like, was that done on purpose? Because this is a kids movie, and I'm like, they have like these wild ass like comedians,
Yeah.
but they're not like bad in it at all. Like they don't cuss or just anything. But and it's worth a watch. Like I don't think I was bored in it, you know. But like if I had to choose, like obviously it's nowhere near as good as the original, but it's way better than the Johnny Depp one.
Okay.
Did you like the Johnny Depp one?
No.
Yeah.
No. It just. I'm not a fan of the Johnny Depp eccentric character, other than like a couple Pirates movies. But like when he plays like an eccentric, like weird, like off kilter, over the top type character, I'm just like, eh.
What was that musical he made with the Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Todd. I've never seen that actually. I heard it's good, but I've never seen it.
What about Crybaby?
I fucking love that movie. Yeah. I love that movie.
I think that's before he got like like became like, oh, he plays a weird characters.
Yeah, it was Pirates of the Caribbean that kind of tipped that over.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen anything you want to talk about really quick or no?
No, just the Love Lies Bleeding. I did a couple. I think I told you a couple blind buys off of Second Sight. Did I tell you?
Which ones?
Bull. This movie called Bull. I did not look anything
Bull?
up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Never mind. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Because I saw the cover. I was like, this looks interesting. Second Sight.
It's the movie that I told you. Like when I first saw it, like I didn't know how to feel about the ending, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, nah, fuck that. That was tight.
Okay. Well, so I bought that and Boiling Point.
That's one that I have not seen.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get it. It's the few times that I tried to buy it was out of stock.
I ended up getting it. So.
But I think that's one that they restock pretty often. But that's a one take film.
Oh, really?
It's all
because I didn't look.
I don't know if it's genuine. I don't think it's genuine one take, but it is it's supposed to be like one long shot.
The only thing I heard or like I know of this movie is because Critical Drinker, he did a video like not too long ago, and the title was "Drinker Recommends," and the thumbnail was the poster for that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I haven't.
But I've
looked
been
into
wanting to
either.
watch it, so if you ever watch it, let me know.
If I ever watch it.
If you ever.
Oh yeah, you know that's an accurate statement because I have a lot of movies. But it was those two, and then I also bought a movie called Pandorum.
Pandorum.
Yeah, I've seen the cover so many times. I've just never watched the movie. It's like an arm like this, and there's like a bunch of cables going into it, and it says Pandorum on it.
I don't think I've seen that.
I've never seen it either. Ben Foster's in it. Who else? Can't remember. But I've never seen it. Never heard of it. Didn't watch any trailer on it or nothing. So I bought it. I bought it off some like Japanese website. I had to like Google the website to see how legit it was, and a lot of stuff that came up were like, no, it's legit. Like they have good shit there. It's just takes a long time
To get.
Yeah, so like I ordered it and it said it'll be here within the next 60 to 80 days.
Fuck.
So
That's tight.
so I'm just waiting on those. But other than that, I just been watching The Wire.
You
'Cause,
still
like,
watching it?
Yeah, just cuz like I'm not really paying attention to it anymore just cuz I've been working late this past week
Mm-hmm.
and I get home and I'm really tired and I just don't like want to watch anything where I feel like I need to pay attention.
Yeah.
So I'll just put The Wire on. And like I'll pay attention here and there. It's a good show. It's a good show, but I mostly don't really pay attention. I just sitting here with background noise basically on my phone or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
So we recommended each other a movie like a week ago.
Yeah.
We were supposed to, but I had a situation, so I haven't watched it,
Yeah.
but I will. So, you've never had a pet, huh?
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yes. I've had 2 dogs and like a handful of cats growing up. The last pet I had, like that was actually my pet. I want to say it was a black cat named Blackie. I was I was 13 or 14, I want to say. But yeah,
So, have you ever lost a pet?
every single one.
Tight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I unfortunately had to put my dog down of, like, I think it was 17 and a half years, which is insane to think about.
That is insane to think about.
Because, like, I don't know. Do you feel like high school was that long ago?
No, it doesn't feel that way, but thinking about it, like it was for me, yeah, like my last year of high school was 2006 and we're almost 20 years later, 18
Yeah.
years later now.
Yeah, dude. Because, like, when I think about high school, like, it doesn't feel that long ago.
Yeah.
And I got my dog when I was, I want to say I was like 16, 15. Maybe, I think I was 15. But it was in high school, and like reflecting on it, dude, like I'm just like, damn, that dog was with me for close to 2 decades, which, like I said, it's insane to think about.
Yeah.
And it was, putting him down was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do
Yeah, that's
in my entire life, dude.
yeah.
Like, I obviously didn't, I don't have kids. I don't know. Can't imagine what it would feel like losing a kid, but that, like, dude, like,
Well,
I
yeah.
can honestly say that I'll never be the same after that.
There's a member of your family, dude.
Yeah, like it really was, and like it's just insane because I had so many memories attached to him, and like when I had posted like a picture of him on Instagram, like, and I was getting like people just like sharing like memories, like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, I remember I went to your house and like we took him out, like, for a walk, and or just stuff like that, and I was just like, damn, it's crazy. I'm like a lot of my friends, because like my house was like the jamming house
Yeah.
for a while too, and people would just come over and play with Milkshake, and like they just all have memories, and I was just like kind of blown away of like how many people were actually remembered.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's so tight, dude. But I had told you like, hey, like I'm putting my dog down this day. Let's postpone this episode for a couple days, so I'm gonna be a mess. And
Yeah.
and you had mentioned like, dude, I can't even like imagine, like you had said that you'd be scared, like that's probably what's keeping you from having a pet,
Yeah. That's one of the main reasons.
because you
I don't want to go through that.
dude, I'm telling you right now, dude, like it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not one to like, it takes a lot for me to like cry,
Yeah.
but dude, like it was just one of those instances where I couldn't even like help it. Like
Oh yeah, of course.
like it's something I had never felt before. It's something that, like, in the moment you're just like I don't, like, you just get like this crazy tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And like I feel like, fortunate enough to where like I got to say I did like the in-home euthanization, like where they
Oh, that's right. You did it that way.
they come to the house, and so at least that way like they can be like in their comfort, like of their bed or
Yeah.
wherever. They're not like in a crowded vet with like dogs barking, like on a cold metal like
Yeah.
table, you know. So I literally held him till his last breath, um, like the one thing I remember was just like when I was staring at his nose because like you could, like every time he was breathing in, like his nose would wiggle like every time
Yeah.
he took a breath, and it was 2 shots. The first one was a painkiller to like kind of sedate him a little bit so he doesn't feel anything, and then the second shot's what kills him. And I just remember like once that second shot came in, I just kept looking at his nose wiggle until like
Yeah.
the last one, and it was just like the strangest thing, like holding something that's alive 1 second and like it not being like the next.
Yeah.
And dude, like it's something that like you said, dude, I never want to have a dog again. I never want to go through that shit again. And I don't know what would you think is worse? Like, what do you think is like just having a pet like unexpectedly die, or taking it to the vet to where they put it down to where you kind of just say goodbye and walk away, or holding them? Because I thought about it, and like some people were saying like, isn't that worse? I'm like, yeah, but like I'm in my head, I'm thinking about him.
I mean, I would say the unexpected is the worst because you're not expecting it. It comes out of nowhere. The hardest, I would say, is what you did.
Yeah. Just yeah, because I could see like it as being like a Band-Aid thing, like when you just rip it off unexpectedly.
Yeah.
It's like if you're expecting it, it's gonna hit harder.
Yeah.
And yeah, because a lot of people think, oh, that's worse. And I was like, but I feel like I owe it to him
Yeah.
to like be there for him and hold him and comfort him, like, and I want him to be comfortable. Like he was in his bed and stuff, I'd spoiled him, like fed him like all his favorite foods, and he was like surrounded by family. So it was the hardest fucking thing, like I said, I ever had to do. I'd never want to do that again. And like, I don't know, just hearing people's stories, I've never had like a big death in my family to where like it was someone like super close to me. Like I've had like relatives die, but relatives that I wasn't too close to. I didn't really know that well. But like, I never had someone like in my immediate family pass away or anything like that. So I can't compare. But like if this sucked, dude, I can't imagine. Like, and I don't know. Like I feel like it like I don't know. It pisses me off. Like people that take that shit for granted. Like that's like when you hear about people that like have dogs or cats or something, they just keep it like in kennels. And
dude, that
like somebody had posted like on their story like somebody got a dog in an apartment, and like she was like annoyed by it, and she was like, who the fuck gets a fucking puppy and like keeps it in the apartment while you're at work for like 14 hours? And she's like, this puppy is like probably scared, it's probably lonely. Like,
see, that's the main reason why I don't get a pet, because I'm always at work.
Yeah,
I'm like never home.
Just get a kennel, dude.
And like I don't have a yard. Like I don't have a gated yard.
Yeah.
So, but even if I did and just let the dog be outside while I was at work, like I still would feel like shit, because I would want to spend more time with it. I would want to dedicate more time to it. And I can't see myself committing to the time to do that just because I work so much, and I don't know. I can't commit to that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not have a pet than have a neglected pet.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it should be.
Yeah. But then also the whole having to deal with that, like, fuck that. I don't, just because, like, I've mentioned I have had 2 dogs and, like, a slew of cats, but the cats either, like, ran away or, like, got rid of them. Like, the dogs, one of them was a puppy. His name was Rusty. I was in 2nd grade. He had a habit of digging under the fence and going to the neighbor's house and biting up and chewing up their shoes because they'll leave them outside. Mm-hmm. He was a puppy, small dog. I was a kid, it was like I would come home, play with the dog. Like that was my fucking dog, One morning, like I woke up to go outside and the fucking dog was dead, like under the tree. like where we would keep him outside. And turned out the neighbors put like rat poison in their shoes on purpose, and basically poisoned the dog. And they saw me. They felt bad because they saw me run to it and like crying, and holding it. And so they gave us another dog, which is a dog named we named him Shark. He was a red-nosed pit bull. He was a rescue. He had scars all over his body because they used him for fighting. This is a pit bull. My dad nursed this dog to health. This dog loved my dad. Nursed the dog like he loved my dad so much to the point that whenever my mom and dad would argue and my mom would start getting aggressive with my dad, the dog would attack my mom. Sure. And my dad would have to like pull the dog off, you know? Yeah. So that dog was with us for years, you know, and my mom would always be kind of sketched out because it was a pit bull, you know, and the pit bulls have that stigma of like, oh, they're aggressive, you know, like dogs are aggressive only when the owner is like that, you know. A dog's personality is a reflection of the owner's personality. Yeah. So that's why, like, I hate hearing people saying like, oh, you have a pit bull or you have like a Rottweiler or whatever type of like aggressive dog or whatever. Like, oh no, like I can't have that cat and dog. Like they're scary. Like, no, like.
Do you know what the most aggressive like cat dog breed is?
Isn't it Dalmatian?
Yeah. Yeah. Like nobody thinks about that. Like,
yeah.
They're just like, oh, Dalmatian's cute. 101 Dalmatians.
No, that dog's an asshole.
Yeah. But like you said, like it's all up to the owners how you raise them. I mean, that's any pet too. Like, you know.
Yeah. And like to speak to that, like there's like this bit that Bill Burr does in his comedy special where he talks about that. He's like, yeah, you know, the dog is just mimicking like me. He's like, so I'd be watching like a football game and I'd be getting mad. Like, oh, come on, what the fuck? And then I look over at the dog and the dog's like, But anyway, so we had this pit bull, and I remember when we ended up moving from Rubidoux over here to Riverside, we lived in this house off Gramercy by La Sierra Park, and it was up on a hill. And my dad became friends with the people that lived like across the street from the end of the hill, from where we would drive down. And that guy, he had 2 Rottweilers and like a couple Chihuahuas, and he would always tell my dad like, "Hey, let's fight our dogs, like one of my Rottweilers with your pit bull." And my dad, you know, my dad is very non-confrontational, very, there's no nice way to put it. He's a doormat. He lets people walk all over him. So he would be like, oh, no, like, that's okay. Like, very, like, passive on it. Like, but it would say no.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I think it was me and my mom and my little sister had went to Mexico for, like, vacation. And my dad, he didn't have his papers yet, so he couldn't go. And it happened while he was at work, so the dog was home alone. The guy came over with both his Rottweilers and his Chihuahua, and while our dog was, like, tied up, fought him. Fucked up the dog to the point where, like, there's no, like, nursing him back.
Yeah.
Fucking died in our backyard. So that's another dog I had that, like, dude, I would spend my time in the yard with this dog all the time. Because, you know, my parents, they argued a lot.
Yeah.
So I would always just go outside, just because I don't want to hear this shit. So I'd be out in the yard. I would fucking sit in the doghouse with the dog. And he would just be chilling, you know? Not doing anything. There's before cell phones, internet, you know?
Fucking loser.
Just in there with, like, my Ninja Turtle toys, you know? Just chilling with them.
Yeah.
So, dude, this, like, broke my heart. You know, it's just to see this dog just beat the fuck up, bleeding. Like, my dad tried his best to, like, bandage him up, and it just was too much. And I never owned a dog myself since.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to after that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, I guess people, I don't know, like, they are, like, I don't know, they see them as pets and nothing more.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, seeing them as, like, a...
Some people just see them as, like, a commodity, just an accessory.
Yeah, fucking an Instagram post, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I hate that, dude, because, like, I mean, I've even had friends that, like, they've had dogs, and you can tell, like, they just neglect them.
Yeah.
Like, they're just there because, oh, we had a chance to get a dog, and we did. And they get rid of them, and I'm just like, so you just kept this dog, you fucked up its chances of possibly getting adopted by someone else when they were younger that would have taken better care of them than you, and now you're going to return them or do all this. Like, it sucks, dude. Like
Yeah.
you're a piece of shit, and it's just one of those things, dude. Like through thick and thin, dude. Just like any relationship or anything like that. Like you, if you can't, like you gotta think about all the pros and the cons. Like, all right, if I get a dog, like, what if I lose my job? All
Yeah.
right, if I get a dog, what if I have to move into like you gotta think about all that. And if you even have any doubt, then just don't.
Yeah.
Like it ain't worth it. Like how many fucking old dogs get put down? How many old cats get put down because people, it's a cute puppy, and then they have it for about a year and they get over it. The
Yeah.
novelty, gets lost, and you're like, oh, I don't want this anymore.
A lot of people underestimate the maintenance.
Yeah, the medical bills, trimming, walking, like just so many things. And
That's why a lot of people compare it to like a child, I guess you could say.
yeah,
Just because there are the similarities there, you know?
yeah.
It's
Oh,
another life, you know? You're taken care of. That's dependent on you.
yeah. I just think that shit's wild, dude. And like, I also don't trust people. And this could just be me, just because I love dogs and cats. Like when you have people over and they're like, oh, they just have the dog like in the back, like away from everyone. I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to pet your dog. Like I'm trying
For
to.
real, that's the party right there.
Yeah, dude. Like not like I understand like why some people will do it. Like maybe like some guests don't like the dog jumping on them. Well, no, like I don't want those people in my house. Like, if you're not gonna pet my fucking,
Yeah.
if you're not gonna pet my dog in the head, like I don't want you at my house. But then that's why I know when it's like who has a dog for novelty reasons and all that. It's just it just blows my mind every time. And
What was I doing one of the first times we hung out ever?
sucking my dick. Oh, the first image I ever have of like Fidel is like he's walking around with the fucking little puppy in his pocket.
Yeah.
Literally the tiniest fucking little thing, and it's like a head is just sticking out of I think your shirt pocket or something. Right?
No, I had cargo shorts
Oh,
on.
that's right. Yeah.
I had cargo shorts on, and I believe I had one in each pocket, and then I was holding one.
Yeah.
Like I was just walking around. We were at a party. I was just walking around like that.
Yeah.
I fucking love dogs, dude.
Yeah. And it's like the same thing. Like if you have a dog or a cat, like that's what I'm gonna focus on. Like, but it's like I don't know. Like when I have guests, like yeah, like I'll like if the fucking like somebody that comes over, like I might put the dogs in the back and all that. But after a while, like, I'm gonna let them in. Like I'm not gonna like no, they're not gonna do that whole fucking. I'm just leaving them outside in the cold for forever. Like, but I don't know. I felt like I don't know, this whole death was like a big eye opener for me. And like just like you, man, I'm just like I don't think I can go through that again.
It's scary. It's a
Yeah.
scary thought to have to experience that.
Because I don't even think it's one of those things like, oh, it'll make you stronger. Like, no, it won't.
Cause like, for me, the dogs were taken from me.
Yeah.
In your situation, like, I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that, dude. Like, I can't trust myself to do that.
It's hard.
I would be selfish. Like, I'm afraid I would be like, no, I'm not. I can't do that to my dog. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be way too scared. And it's not like that's not right because because you did it for the dog's benefit. Like, it's just you got to think about like how much pain they're in. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, like I thought about it because like some people are like, oh, it's just easier if you just go to the vet. You say goodbye and then just drop them off.
oh fuck no, man.
Yeah, but I was like in my head, I'm like, no, I owe it to him. Like I'm gonna fucking hold him until his last breath. Like it's gonna hurt me way more, but he deserves it. 17 years, like
Yeah.
like that's the least I can do. But yeah, and it sucked, dude. But like I said, it was kind of like it was cool seeing how many people like hit me up, like
That's
sharing
tight.
stories and stuff. And I was like, damn, like I didn't remember, like I didn't like even think about like that or like like in my head I'm like, oh shit, you did meet him, and like like we hung out and like so it was just like old friends, like like it was just nice, I guess. Like it was apparent, like I said, like how loved he was.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. That's one of the few times I'm like, oh, posting on Instagram was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You doing all right now though?
Yeah,
for the most
I
part.
mean, yeah, it definitely like is in my head still, and I
Yeah,
think it
of
will be
course.
for a very long time. And like, every time because we have like other puppies, and like every time I see them, I'm just like, fuck, like
Yeah, yeah,
and but like I said, man, 17 years is a long time. It flew by,
yeah,
and like life's just short. Like
yeah,
take care of yourself, and take care of whoever you love and is around you.
for real.
Mostly me though.
What?
Yeah, that was my rant, my pet rant. I have a cool story, but I want to save it till we get to like the Evan episode,
Okay.
because it kind of dives
I
a
thought you
little
were gonna
bit
say
into
Evanescence.
my Evanescence, yeah, the Evanescence,
The Evanescence
where
episode.
like yeah, because it involves like I guess my first eye opener with death with an animal,
Uh huh.
and it kind of like goes into like the whole like veganism thing, but that's yeah, I want to see that for the Evan episode if
Okay.
it ever happens.
No, I know. I gotta get on it, dude. I have, dude. Because I got a lot of shit planned already. Like
Yeah.
I gotta tell you right when we're done recording, but specifically this week.
Right.
So, um, um, fuck, I went blank. The questions or the fucking responses on Spotify. So this one comes from Nikki. It was a response to an episode that was like she had sent it while we were recording the last episode.
Okay.
So it should have been included with like when Michael was recommending us those books.
Okay.
So she put the 80s music in Marie Antoinette reflects the decadence of the 80s and the French Renaissance. It's a direct inspiration because it's a parallel to the excess of those time period chef's kiss. Because we were talking about, or I had mentioned how like Sofia Coppola, she tends to like use music that's not of the time
Yeah.
for her movies, you know. So I'm assuming that's what she's in. She's
That
referencing.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's cool. I never I thought of that.
And then so for the last episode, the one with Brian, that's the one that's again Michael put all that talk about the Crow reminded me of the list of actors who almost went full Sting. Because you know who Sting is, right? The wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
So he, when he first started off, he had like this like surfer gimmick, but then like in the '90s when things were getting all gritty and wrestling and stuff, he had to change it up, you know. So he kind of modeled his character off of Eric Draven, the Crow. So that's what he's referencing and saying went full Sting. So I guess all these actors were attached before Skarsgård. Got it. Tom Hiddleston, James McAvoy, Bradley Cooper, Mark Wahlberg, Channing Tatum, Luke Evans, Jack Houston, and the last one was Jason Momoa.
Who's Luke Evans?
Luke Evans. Luke Evans. Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah.
Let me look that one up. But I do remember the.
I remember you said Jason Momoa. Like I think you brought him up in the last episode, and yeah, I think he's way too big.
Too big, yeah.
Like you need someone scrawny. I do think Skarsgård is the perfect fit, but I don't like how they made him look.
Okay, I do remember when it was announced that he was going to play the Crow. This guy, Luke Evans. He was a villain in one of the Fast and the Furious movies. I think he was in a like Dracula Untold movie. Yeah. Oh, he played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, the live action.
I've never saw that movie. Yeah.
Terrible movie. But yeah, so that's all the comments we have. And then the latest episode, Neon Violence, just dropped this morning. And
Wait, did the Crow trailer drop last time?
yeah,
What, on the last episode?
no, it just dropped like a couple days ago.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Which
It looks bad, dude. It looks. Like
It does look
shit,
tight.
Dude. No.
we're watching it, right?
Bad.
In Dolby?
Oh man.
Can't wait.
I don't think I'm gonna watch this one in theaters, dude.
No, I'm definitely not going to watch this one in theaters.
Nah, it looks bad.
Yeah, it does look bad.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing looks redeeming about it. Like, oh, maybe
No, nothing at all. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you for being open about your experience with your dog, Eddie.
Yeah.
No, for real. Like that shit's hard, dude.
Yeah, I found myself like once again, just like you, like joking about it.
Yeah,
And
because
like,
it's like a comfort, like a self defense mechanism.
yeah, and like even like while like it was happening, the process, like I told you we were like feeding him like all this shit, like we fed him steak and
Yeah.
like peanut butter, all his favorite foods, and the lady was like oh like he might like poop himself like once it happens, so that's like laid this little tarp down, and we did, and he didn't shit himself, but there was a point where like we fed him a donut and like he like instead of like chewing on it, he just like engulfed it.
Oh shit.
And like, I think my niece was like, "Oh, he's definitely gonna shit himself." Right? That is the funniest thing because that's all I can think of. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I joked around it, and it didn't hit me until it was actually like
Yeah.
he was in my hands. Then I was like, "Oh shit, this is real."
Yeah.
And like, I hate that I'm like that sometimes because like I feel like I'm that guy at the funeral.
Hey, it happens, man.
Like, hey, where's the after party at? Like like, but I think it's just like I hate seeing people like that, like sad.
Yeah.
So just that's like my defense, like, oh, I was trying to make him laugh.
Yeah. Make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a defense mechanism. So.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing and opening up.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, it helps anyone that's gonna go through that.
Yeah.
Is going through that.
Yeah. Don't be an asshole to your pets.
That too.
Yeah. All right. We'll see everybody next time.